So here we are, June 22nd, 2019, and I believe this is the 4th video. So we're a solid 3 weeks in, and let's see. Tomatoes doing exceptionally well. Everything is doing exceptionally well. I pulled the peas out behind the tomatoes, and there'll be a trellis that I will be installing in the back that's removable, so that this way when people are on the deck, the kids are kicking balls or whatever, nobody could fall into the tomatoes. I started stringing up. You'll see that they as they go up, they go center and then left and right, so that gets a very much wider at the top. And although I'm a single stem kind of a guy, I tell you that a lot of these heirlooms just want to be double stems. So I'm letting some of them run, and some of them I cut back to singles. But anyway, out of the gate, the beefsteaks, just look at all the flowers, tomatoes, the Cherokee purples, and the black crim. Very, very strong out of the gate, doing very well. The German Johnson, the Brandywine's pink and yellow, not doing as well out of the gate. Who knows where they're going to end up. Like I said, I'm looking for flavor. I'm looking for production, but I can put in a lot of tomato plants. But I'm really looking for flavor this year. I'm trying to find something that I really brings back the memories of my youth. Romas, you know, they are what they are. Principe Bourget and a San Marzano in there. San Marzanos, again, slow out of the gate. We'll see where they go. Same thing with the Romas. And outstanding are these Rutgers. They're just outstanding in the flowering, in the potential, the strength, the leaves, green, just, and I definitely made some mistakes this year. And one of the mistakes I made was I've been gardening for a lot of years, and I have a certain understanding of my production. And this year I changed out my soils, and I brought in maybe 10 yards of aged horse manure. Horse manure could be 10 years old. It was, well, no longer, but above, the fresh stuff was riddled with the red wiggler worms. So that stuff was composted down over the years to like almost like a clay. It was so rich and thick. And between that and obtaining a ton of compost soil from my local recycle center, I've really added a lot more organics back into my garden, which has produced an amazing abundance of growth. Take a look at those peppers. Just some of these leaves are just so dark green and beautiful and just vibrant. Now these are the Cubanelles in the front over here. I think they're supposed to be a little lighter in the leaves. But the rest of them, there's Hungarians, Grotto di Estes del Rosso, California Wonder, and a Melody that's in that last row. But really just outstanding, everything. I started to string up some of the stuff, some of the tomato plants. This guy, I may have made a mistake on. because I said in the beginning of the year, I lost a tremendous amount, well, not lose, but I got diseases in my greenhouse. And I lost almost all my plants. So this is marked as a Cherokee purple, but it's not. It almost looks like a Rutgers. I don't know. I mean, it could have happened that things got mixed up because there was just, at the time, there was so much death going on inside my greenhouse. I thought I controlled it, but who knows? The San Marzanos. These, and these, again, they're showing two different types of leaves on these. These are the Sweet 100s. And this Sweet 100, it's two different types of leaves. Although it is producing like a Sweet 100, so we'll see. And you could see the, I just roped that vine up. Now, this down over here is a square knot. Well, it don't look like it, but it is. And it doesn't tighten up on itself. It just stays there. And then you loosely wrap as you go up. You loosely wrap around the vine. And it's loose, okay? And as the vine goes, you have the ability to tighten it up and then keep looping the vine as you go up, and that'll give it strength. Now, a lot of people don't like the, this is mason twine. A lot of people don't like it, but I tell you, it works fine. It's not that expensive, and it can be used over and over and over again, as long as you don't have disease in your garden, because it could carry the disease. But if there isn't any disease, it does work well. Okay, Sweet 100s, and you'll see here's the, I swapped out the Principe Bourget, the one that was there, and I brought in the one, this was one from the greenhouse, and you'll see it has two legs. Actually it's even more, but you'll see how it's tied into the support and just wound up as it goes. These guys look good. They're producing just like they should be. Very nice. Just about every breed has tomatoes on it, I think, except for the San Marzanos. Really dwindling my reserves. I'm putting another garden. Yes, I'm putting another garden in the front of my house because I just love my plants. There's the lettuce center, just exploding. Let's see. These are the ones that are in the former grapevine area, and everything is doing outstanding. Just outstanding. Looking good. Looking good. This is a black Krim. Okay, just producing a ton of tomatoes already. Flowers everywhere, strength. And here's a San Marzano right here. And let's see, flowers which are probably 18 inches to 2 feet off the ground are the first set of flowers. Now, I don't know. Again, I may have done something wrong. Maybe I trimmed it up too much. I don't know. There's the Principe Bourget. This is the first guy to produce that I found, and I think actually the Cyril's Choice behind me, I think, produced first. But you'll see a nice run of tomatoes in there, looking good. And the Cyril's Choice, love this plant. Haven't tasted tomatoes, know what they taste like, but just love the strength, the look, and can you see? I don't know how prolific that little bunch of tomatoes are. There's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 right in that little bunch. Let's see. Again, the beefsteaks, just outstanding in the flowering. The Cherokee purple, and that one flower in the back, that one huge one. Let's see if we can get a shot in there. Yeah, she's producing a monstrous tomato. Let's see where that one guy goes throughout the season. Beets. I think we should start pulling some of these out of the ground, because I'm gonna say some of these guys are just, look at the size of some of those. Just, oh, hold on. There's a little more. Okay, there you go, focus. Terrific. Terrific looking beets. Zucchinis. I've never seen them, and again, I'm growing these a lot of years. I've never seen them like this. Or maybe this is what they're supposed to look like. Who knows? But between the horse manure, the compost, everything is doing well. Extremely well. The birds are still coming in and hitting the flowers, but some of them are big enough that they're not getting to them. My eggplants behind, but they're looking good, they're strong. Cucumbers behind there, trellising up nicely. More tomatoes, all looking extremely healthy. More peas over here. The broccoli is bolting into flower. I have a few more heads to pick, but she's going to flower. She's going to seed. I don't know why. Shouldn't be doing that, but it is. The potatoes, again, first time. They're looking healthy. They're also flowering. Little purple flowers. Now that's, I believe, is a good sign. Last count, there was 96 figs on that tree. There's over 100 now. I don't know if that's too many. I don't know if that tree can support the kind of figs that are on there, but this is what we do. We try, we learn, and hopefully don't make the same mistakes again. Cucumbers outstanding. Outstanding in the flowering. I've already eaten a couple. Let's see one right over there. There's flowers and cucumbers everywhere. I also I got another load in of wood chips, and this is the good stuff because it has all the leaves. It looks like a forest floor. Really looks good. My wife don't like it. There's some more of it at two different stages. It's an old load and a new load. And then the old wood chips she started to like. But I littered the floor with the cuttings, and then they just dry up and they grind into the ground. Oh, let's see, actually let's go this way. There was a mortgage lifter in there. Something happened to it, died. I just this morning put in a pink Brandywine. Let's see, strawberries. Ate a few, still coming up. Not many, but nice red. I finally put the cage up and the netting on the blueberries, and the blueberries are getting blue. And the ones that are ripening are about the size of dimes, and there are some the size of nickels. Really looking good. This plant here is the June harvesting, and then those guys in there, and some of them I think are going to be even bigger. Those are the July. They're really huge already. And then these are the August. These guys are supposed to be these are the July ones. They're blushing. Let's see what happens. Got to keep the birds out. That's why the net's up. Let's see. There's some orphans over there. For those of you guys that are looking for gloves for gardening, these gloves are phenomenal. They have held up extremely well in the, they haven't fallen apart, and when they get wet, they still keep their, like some of those gloves that get soggy and they're not good. These, they hold up extremely well. Very happy with them. This is my new gardening glove. Okay, so let's go look in the greenhouse. Okay, in my greenhouse, you got some of those tomatoes are probably 4 feet tall, those tomato plants. You can see I thinned it out quite a bit. It was the right thing to do. I increased the watering. It was the right thing to do. Everything is looking healthy, vibrant, much, much better. And I also have a couple of pepper plants I topped out, and they are bushing. They're looking good. And some of these, this one in the front is a Cyril's Choice. I'm probably going to move that outside. And then the Principe Bourget, that one in the middle. That one I'll move out to outside also, and I'll keep the Cherokee Purple, the Beefsteak, the German Johnson, the Brandywine, and the Black Krim. I'll keep them in here. And that's a mortgage lifter that got crushed when I moved it. And let's see what happens. She's flowering. I don't know if the flower is going to take. Whenever you see that yellow in the knuckle, see that yellow right there? Good chance that flower's not going to make it. It's going to fall off and die. I don't know if it's a pollination. I don't know if it's a nutrient. I don't know, but it does happen. Okay, that's it for this one.